Hi everyone, I'm Hanna and this is Felix. We're Real Yoga and today we're doing a practice for after you've done all your housework. So make no mistake, doing housework is burning calories. It's a tough job. So we're going to tend to the lower back, something that, especially if you're vacuuming, mopping, sweeping, I always feel this in my lower back. And then we'll do some nice stretches for the upper body as well. So when you're ready, grab your stretchy pants and I'll meet you on the mat. All right, let's begin lying flat on the mat. Oh yeah. Bringing yourself into Shavasana. It's a nice way to end. It's also a nice way to start. So find yourself lying on the mat here, slowly letting your spine decompress, just noticing how it feels to bring yourself into a space where you know you're doing something good for your body today. Take a couple of deep breaths in through the nose and let them out the mouth. Nice. Keep going. Just arriving here. No judgment if you've come down, you're in Shavasana, and this is where you're going to stay for the whole video. Like I said, you've already worked hard cleaning the house or the apartment or whatever. So when you're ready, take one more deep breath in and make some noise, let it out. Great. All right, we'll get started. From here, take your right foot over a little more to the right. And then bring your left leg to meet it. Reach your arms up and overhead. Big stretch. Maybe this already feels like enough. Or you can swivel your right arm out to the side. Maybe you scooch your ribs over to meet it. And then can you grab your left wrist with your right arm? Oh, big stretch across your body. So this pose has a very fun name, Bananasana. And if you want a tiny little smidge more, you can cross your, I'm figuring it out, left ankle over your right. Beautiful. So scoot your ribs over as much as feels good, and then keep gently pulling on your left wrist, starting to find this deep stretch across the whole left side of your body. Breathe into this space you've created on this left side. You can keep your eyes closed if that feels good for you today. Try and relax your shoulders away from your ears. Nice. One more full breath in. And then exhale, gently release your hands and scoot your shoulders back to center. Uncross your ankles if you did that. Scoot your legs back to center and make sure that you're lying down flat again, resetting. And then watch Felix freak out. We're going to take our left foot to the side. Told ya. Sorry, buddy. And then we're going to bring our right foot to meet it. Nice. Reach your arms up and overhead. And then grab your right wrist with your left arm. And then if it feels good, you can scooch your ribs over just a little bit. And then gently pull along your right wrist so that you feel this deep stretch across the whole right side of your body. And then final option, pick up your right foot and cross it over your left ankle. See you there. All right, deep breaths here into the whole right side of your body now. Nice. Can you relax your shoulders away from your ears? Maybe find a tiny bit more space as you lie here, breathing deep. We'll take one more breath together. And then gently release your hands and scoot your ribs back to center. Uncross your ankles if you took that option. And bring your legs back to center. Check that you're nice and realigned on your mat. Give everything a little bit of a shake. And then start to bend your right knee and hug that knee in towards your chest. Nice. Give it a good squeeze here. Really drawing the knee in towards your heart. Nice. As you inhale, can you find lots of space in your rib cage? So really feel that you're inhaling into the sides of your ribs, and then exhale, can you squeeze your knee a little bit closer? Nice. And then it might feel good here to move your knee from your armpit to your heart center. And just seeing how it feels to get a little bit of movement going in the hip joint. A little compression on the front of the hip. Try and relax your shoulders as much as possible. Nice. And then the next time that your knee is a little bit closer towards your armpit, leave it there. Take your left hand to the side of your mat and bend your left knee. And then we're going to take the right arm inside the right thigh and reach either for the outside edge of your right foot. If that's way too much, you can grab a hold of your ankle, or you can just grab a hold of your yoga pants or whatever pants you're wearing. And then whatever option you've taken, let your foot go directly up to the sky and flex your toes towards the earth. At the same time, press the heel of the foot up to the sky. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, can you draw your knee a little bit closer towards your right armpit? And if everything feels okay here, maybe you extend your left leg out long. So we're in a half happy baby pose. It's a big stretch. You should start to feel it in your inner thigh or hamstrings. Full breath in here. If you extended your leg, rebend your right leg, and then we're going to cross our right ankle over the left knee. All right, you can stay here, pressing, maybe even using your right hand to press your right knee towards the bottom edge of your yoga mat. Keep that right foot flexed. Any kind of funkiness in the knee, then be very careful or come out of it. But as long as you keep your foot flexed, you should be diverting any knee funkiness, and you should be really feeling it in your hips. And if you're not feeling it in the hips and you need a little more, you can float your left foot off of the mat, interlace your hands behind your left knee, and then use your hands to draw the left knee in closer, maybe even using your right elbow to press the right knee away from you. So we're here in a reclined pigeon pose. Keep the activity in your right toes. Nice. Take a couple more breaths here. See how much you can relax your upper body. Relax your shoulders. Relax the space in between your eyebrows. Nice. Take another inhale breath. If your left foot is lifted, use your exhale to plant the foot back down to the mat. Keep your legs as they are and reach your arms open wide to the side. You can bring them to a big T shape, or you can cactus your arms at 90 degrees, whatever feels good. And then we're going to start to move our legs. It's hard for me to explain. We're going to take the right foot and send it over to the left side. So you might have had to watch the video there because my explanation was not so wonderful. So essentially your right foot now is flat on the mat and we're in a little bit of a twist. Okay, try to keep your shoulder blades flat on the mat. And if it feels okay for your neck, you can look towards your right arm. Nice, just a couple of breaths here. And then use your inhale breath to send your legs back up. Release your right foot off your left knee, and then just hug both knees in quickly. Give yourself a little squeeze. You might even bring your nose towards your knees. Just winning at explanations today. And then keep your left knee hugging in. Bring your right foot down to the mat. All right, bring your head and shoulders back down, and then hug that left knee in nice and strong. Beautiful. Try to relax again through your shoulders, and once again, start to maybe take a little bit of movement from side to side. Bring your knee towards your heart center and then in towards your left armpit. Starting to feel the compression across the front of the left hip. Maybe it feels a little different to the other side. Totally fine, super normal. And then the next time that your knee is in towards your armpit, keep it there. Release your right hand down to the mat. Take your left arm inside of your left leg, and then again, either reach for the outside of your foot, your ankle, your pants, or you can even hook just behind the back of your left knee. Choose your option, and we're coming into half happy baby. So flex the sole of your foot to the sky, toes point down, and heel lifts up. Take a deep breath in, and then exhale. Can you draw your knee a little bit closer to your armpit? And if everyone's happy and wonderful here, you can extend through your right leg. Nice. We're here for a couple of breaths. Noticing if the side maybe feels slightly different to the other, totally fine, super normal. Maybe this side needs a bit extra love, or maybe this side you can work towards bringing your knee even closer to the mat. If you extended your right leg, then rebend the knee, place your right foot down, and we're going to cross the left ankle over the right thigh. Physically push the left knee away using your left arm, and then maybe this is enough. If it's not enough, then you can float your right foot off of the mat and interlace your hands behind your right leg. And then flex your left toes, make sure that there's no funky pain in your knee. And then the more you draw your right knee towards you and physically press your left knee away from you, the more you'll start to feel the stretch in your hips. And any sort of release in the hips is really great for releasing tension in the lower back. Nice, we're here for one more breath. If you lifted your foot, release your right foot back down. Take your arms alongside in your T or your cactus shape, and then we're going to let our left foot fall to the right until your left foot comes flat on the mat. That was easier. And then we find this very gentle sort of twisted shape. Again, breathe into all sides of your rib cage. So by that I mean, can you breathe into your ribs laterally? But can you also breathe into the front and back of your ribs? So your chest is really expanded here, creating all this fullness in your upper body. One more breath. Complete your exhale. And use your inhale to bring your legs back to center. Uncross your knees and then hug your knees again into your chest. Give it a little shake, a little side to side action. Once again, if it feels nice, you can really squeeze your nose towards your knees. Draw your belly in if you're taking this option. Beautiful. And then release your head and shoulders back down. And we're going to plant our feet directly down on the mat. So feet are flat and hip distance apart. Our knees point directly up to the mat here. And then can you scoot your heels back until your fingertips more or less graze the backs of your feet. So we're setting up here for a bridge. Your toes are parallel. There's a little bit of a gap between your thighs. And then tuck your shoulders underneath you. So your chest already starts to lift towards the sky here. Press strongly down through your big toes. Press into your hands. You can either grab the edges of your mat if you need to. On your next inhale breath, start to roll your hips up to the sky and come into bridge. Nice. You can stay here, bringing your chest to your chin and your chin to the sky, making a little bit of space for your throat. And then if it feels okay, you can interlace your fingertips and start to tuck your shoulder blades under even more. Maybe you find a little bit more height in your hips here. Take a final breath in. Exhale. If you've interlaced your fingers, release now, unravel your shoulders, and then very slowly feel each vertebrae hit the mat as you roll your spine nice and gentle back down. Beautiful. And then just for a beat, take your feet max distance apart and let your knees knock together. Bring one hand to your belly, one to your heart. Again, inhale deeply into your full rib cage. And as you exhale, feel your belly hand lower down towards the earth. Nice. From here, hug your knees into your chest and take your hands behind your knees, and we're going to start to rock and roll a couple of times up and down the mat. So if you've never done this before, it feels a little funky and weird. You'll notice very quickly if there are zips on the back of your hands. They won't feel so nice. And when you've had a little bit of fun rocking and rolling, we're going to come all the way forward and onto all fours into a tabletop position. Great. So bring your wrists underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. Try not to just dump any weight here. See if you can stay slightly lifted. Take a micro bend in your elbows. And here we're just going to wag our tail like a dog. And if you like, and if it feels okay for you, you can start to incorporate the neck. So your head and neck go in the opposite direction to your waggy tail. So you're sort of like a dog trying to chase its tail. Nice. Smile. Sometimes being silly is exactly what we need to do. Great. And then when you're done channeling your inner canine, move your knees back just a little and start to come all the way down onto your belly. We're going to bring our elbows now directly underneath our shoulders, our forearms to the mat, and our fingers spread wide, setting up for a Sphinx pose. Physically lift your legs and send your legs back behind you, toenails facing the floor. And then can you squeeze your elbows in towards your body? And at the same time, can you press your fingertips away? Whatever that feels like, right? And then can you roll your shoulder blades back and together as you lift up through your chest? Press strongly down towards your feet. Push into your pubic bone. Nice. If it feels all right, you can again here start to take a little bit of movement with the head and neck, looking over one shoulder and looking over the other shoulder. We'll do one more time to each side. Keep lifting through your chest, pressing down strongly through your feet and your pubic bone. Come back to center. Maybe this time you press into your hands and you can hover your elbows as you lift a little higher. Try not to decompress your lower back or compress your lower back, Draw your belly in, lift your heart. And then exhale, lower all the way down. Slide your hands underneath your shoulders and then sink your hips back to your heels, and we'll come into a gentle child's pose. Forehead touches down the mat. Choose to have your arms forward, or maybe you bring them by your sides, whatever feels better for your body today. Take a deep breath into the back of your rib cage. Feel the back of your ribs expand as you breathe in, and then exhale, release. One more time like that. Deep breath into your ribs. And let it go. Slowly walk your hands towards your knees, and we're going to come to sit on our knees. Now, it's not super necessary to be in this shape, so if it's not a shape that feels good for you, then take another one. And we're going to reach our right arm up to the sky, bend the right elbow so that your fingertips kind of land behind the base of your neck. And then take your left hand to your right elbow, and then physically push your elbow back so we can get a little bit of a tricep stretch here. Lift your heart, and then draw your belly button in. So really you're feeling this in your upper body, and we're not trying to take this crazy back bend or anything here. Our core remains stable. Nice. One more breath in. And then exhale, very gently release. Maybe give your shoulders one of these. And then inhale, left arm goes high. Bend your elbow. Place your fingertips to the base of your neck. And then take your right hand to your left elbow. Pull it back just a little more. And then lift up through your chest. At the same time, hug your low belly in, your low ribs in. Nice, big stretch. If you're like me and your shoulders are like, oh,
And this one's gonna feel nice. One more breath here. Use your exhale to gently release. We'll reach both arms up to the sky, big stretch. And then exhale, bring the palms of your hands together and down, place them in front of your heart. Nice. Thank you for sharing that practice with me today. Well done on getting your apartment or living space clean, and I will see you next time. Namaste.